The question everybody wants to know is, what are the actual returns investors can expect from their investment in private equity? And there are two firms in particular, Cambridge Associates and Preqin, that look in great detail at every investment made by private equity all over the world, and what happens when they're sold, and what returns are delivered back to the investors after the private equity firm has charged all its fees and taken its performance bonus, which we call carry. Over a 20-year period, the net returns to the investors from their commitments to private equity funds has been 14% per annum. And over a 10-year period, net of all expenses, fees, and carried interest, it's been 17% per annum. There is, however, a deal-specific way of looking at private equity returns. The data shows unequivocally that 4 out of every 10 investments made by private equity funds anywhere in the world do not return their full investment capital. That's not to say they lose all of their investment capital or anything like it. They might return 80% of what was originally invested into the company back to the investors. They might return 40% back to the investors. Let's move on and have a look at those investments which return between 1 and 2 times their capital invested. So that's a 1 to 2 times money multiple. And that happens 20% of the time. So 2 out of every 10 investments anywhere in the world return between 1 and 2 times, and most of those would be closer to 2 times than 1 times. Now we're getting to the real backbone, though, of the private equity environment. And it's looking at those investments on a deal-by-deal basis, company-by-company basis, that make between 2 times and 4 times. And in fact, 30% of all private equity investments into companies do return between 2 and 4 times. And a significant number of those are between 3 and 4 times. Where's the absolute sweet spot? Well, of course, it's those deals that return more than 4 times. Those are the ones that you'll read about in the press. Those are the ones which win the awards at the industry association functions. Those are the ones that make the headlines on the private equity firms' websites.